welcome back to Modern Warfare 3. My name is RThree, and as you can see, they have finally fixed the iron sights for the XRK, which is what we're going to be using today. So before we get into the video, I just want to show you the classes I've been running for this, and they all kind of revolve around this setup, which is very similar to Scope setup. The only difference is I put a 7-round mag on instead of a 10-round mag. If you do want that faster ADS, you can always take off the magazine with the switch classes and either put on one of the grips, the stock, or even a laser, or even the barrel that does less ADS. Now you've seen the class I've been running, let's get into the video. As you can probably tell by the title, I want to talk about something that's a little bit of old news now, basically. And that's talking about the next two Call of Duty titles, because they've been pretty much confirmed at this point. I know there were leaks for a while. The one later on this year is apparently the sequel to Cold War, and the one for next year is supposed to be a sequel to Black Ops 2, which will be set in 2025. The first one I want to talk about is one that's apparently coming out at the end of this year, which, as I say, is supposed to be a sequel to Black Ops Cold War, which came out a few years back, and it's going to be set in the Gulf War. Choke. Nice. Obviously, we haven't seen anything from this one yet, but with it being a sequel to Cold War, I feel like it's got a lot of potential. I know there's a lot of people, including myself, that thinks that Cold War is probably one of the best Call of Duties in recent years. The one for next year is the one that I actually want to talk about the most. Oh, really? So that leads me on to next year's one, Call of Duty 2025, which is apparently a direct sequel of Black Ops 2, and it's going to be set in the year 2025, as Black Ops 2 was, which also leads me into the title of this video. I didn't get a hit mark for that kill, that was weird. Now, the whole thing with Call of Duty next year being set in 2025 and being a sequel from Black Ops 2 leads me into the title of this video, and if it's possible that this could be the return to the golden era of Call of Duty. Obviously, with it being the sequel to Black Ops 2, it's kind of fitting that it's going to be released in the year that the game was set in. Like, literally, it's set in 2025, it's going to be released in 2025. Kind of makes sense. It's also rumored that it might be a slight remake or remaster of Black Ops 2. Oh my god, okay, that could have been something insane. Also, when I say a slight remake, it sounds like it's a remake of the maps and some of the weapons from Black Ops 2, kind of like how they did with Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 recently. All of this is rumored. I've had this video planned for a while that I wanted to talk about this, but I wanted to find some time where I could actually play Black Ops 2 decently, which would have probably been PC, and then they added this iron sight to this game, so I figured it was perfect time, pretty much. Now, with these rumors of it being a slight remake, it has got a lot of people excited, and it has a lot of people, including myself, talking about the golden era of Call of Duty, as it's called. Well, as it's referred to, I should say. And of course, myself, along with other people, are excited that there is a potential Black Ops 2 remake coming out. Now, with that being said, and I don't want to kill the hype for it or anything like that, that's not my goal with saying this, I don't think this is going to be the return to the best time of Call of Duty. I don't think that's coming back. I think that's gone. While the game is good, and in pretty much every Call of Duty player's top 5 at least, I don't think it's going to be a return to the good old days. Now, there are reasons why I think this, so I want to talk about this first before I talk about the positives, so I'll get the negative out of the way, you know? First off, the engine that Call of Duty runs on now has changed. I know, who'd have thought the video game engine would have changed in the past 12 years. The engine that current Call of Duty games run on, including this one, is IW8, which is a lot less arcadey. I don't know how you didn't win that, sir. And also 4 engines ahead of what Black Ops 2 originally ran on, with Black Ops 2 running on IW4, but a heavily customized version of it, basically. With that being said, I have heard that apparently Treyarch are working on a customized version of this engine. I'm not sure how true that is. That is something that I have heard, though. They are working on a customized version of this to make it a bit more arcadey, but they're trying to keep it in line with Warzone and that sort of style in a way. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how it would work, but I don't think I can because I'm not smart enough for that. Oh, okay. That guy tried to stab his teammate and got me by the looks of that. I actually want to see this. Yep, literally. Now, the other thing that's changed that I think is going to affect it is skill-based matchmaking. This has been the talk of Call of Duty for the past, I don't know how many years. I feel like it started in Modern Warfare 2019, if I'm honest. Now, Call of Duty has always maintained that skill-based matchmaking has always been in their games. And I'm not going to get into it because it's a huge discussion that I don't know enough about, if I'm honest. My only thing that I want to say about it is I feel like if it was always in Call of Duties, it got a lot stricter or stronger, whatever you want to say, in MW 2019. Thank you, sir. And it's definitely a lot stronger in the newer games if it has always been there. Oh, I could have. So we got crossplay between PC and console now, and by the time we get to next year's Call of Duty, we will no longer have any exclusivity for any platform. I should have had a back-to-back plat. Holy shit. Obviously, since the release of Black Ops 2, which again, as I said, was 12 years ago, people that are still playing Call of Duty from Black Ops 2 and before, all those years ago. I love how I'm making this sound like it was like the 90s, by the way. Was that a triple? I don't know if that was a single triple or if that was just a... I think that was a split 5-on. Anyway, as I was saying, they've either got better or they just can't play as much, so they aren't improving. They've kind of stayed the same, or they don't play at all because they've grown up, got jobs, families, all that sort of stuff, and they don't have time for video games anymore. In line with that, you've also got new players that are finding out about Call of Duty over the past few years. The ones that have become old enough to play this. Holy shit, there was a lot of people there. That guy put a claymore down just before he died. Nice. I feel like currently, and I feel like this is an obvious statement as well, but Call of Duty's player base is the largest it has been probably ever, I think. I feel like gaming got a lot bigger during the pandemic, and again, I know that's an obvious statement. And since then, with the lockdowns and everything, it all kind of got a huge boom for gaming at that point. Obviously, a lot of people got into Warzone at that point, which got them into Call of Duty with the Warzone being free to play. My point with all this is, yes, it is good that it is being brought back, but it will not be how it was 12 years ago. Why? That was sad. Are we going again? I could have had something. I jumped off the map, I saw him. Obviously, with this being a year and a half wait, it could all change. And I could be wrong. I also understand that this remake, if you want to call it that, the Black Ops 2 sequel, I'll call it that. That's definitely going to hit like a nostalgia spot for some Call of Duty players, including myself, probably. I'll be honest, when I heard that all 16 original maps from Modern Warfare 2 would come into Modern Warfare 3, I thought they were going to play the exact same as they did on Modern Warfare 2, and I was very wrong. I feel like this is the whole new players thing because a lot of newer players didn't experience these maps originally, and they know the newer movement and not the older movement, so they know the like mantle in and they find spots that other people wouldn't normally look at, you know what I mean? It's also not the first time we've had remade maps from Black Ops 2. We also had them return in Cold War. I think half of the launch maps were from Black Ops 2, and then we had a couple more come in DLC, if I remember right. I missed that fifth shot. I thought I was going to go back to back, can't lie. That's another one. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments of the whole Black Ops Gulf War, Black Ops 2, and as always, like, subscribe, they're both free, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a nice day, night, whatever time it is for you. See you later.